Would you like to give our audience some nasiha in regards to Ramadan, particularly because I remember once, it was about 2 years ago, you mentioned that when it comes to the Qur'an in Ramadan, don't be focused like how many people do so much on trying to complete it, but rather what you're already reading, maybe increase that. Because after Ramadan, you still want to have a regimen of reading Qur'an. And it would be more important to have a daily routine of something sustainable, whether it's a page a day, and going on even after Ramadan until the next year when you can increase, inshallah, than just doing it all of Ramadan and then you put it in the shelf and then you don't touch it until the next year. The same for Taraweeh, as it's called, or Qiyam, Tahajjud, whatever name you want to associate with. All these things that people have associated with Ramadan, it's a great time, inspirational time for ibadah, for doing various ways of coming close to Allah. But I think some people just miss the point where they sort of put everything into Ramadan and then kind of take a holiday afterwards. Is that the correct approach? And what is the correct approach like?
Okay. I came up with a word, and I was ashamed of using it, but I don't have a better word for it at this moment in time. I call it lottery Muslims. Lottery Muslims. So everybody understands what the lottery is. Yeah. You pay £1 and you want to become a multi-millionaire. And our deen does not have this understanding. The understanding of the deen is not, a flash in the pan. Yeah. And then nothing. The deen is consistency. Yeah. Now, about the Quran, I can know Sidi Hamza Radhiallahu, he said, when you share with other people, share what the best that you have. And that's something that I always try to do. So the best advice I was given about the Quran was from him. So his advice was read half a spara. In South Asian people, in Arabic you call it juz. In South Asian people, they call it spara. So you read a hizb, which is half a juz in the morning and half a juz in the evening. Yeah. So every day you finish a juz of the Quran or a spara. Yeah. Now that would be ideal. This is the ideal, that you read a hizb in the morning, a hizb in the evening. And there's unanimity of Muslims. The best form of dhikr that a Muslim can do is read the Quran. So if you cannot read this, then you come down, read, a half of a hizb. Yeah, half of a hizb. So what you're doing is you're reading a hizb. So you're reading half a hizb in the morning and half a hizb in the evening. So you're reading. So it's taking you 2 months to complete a Quran. So if you read a hizb a day, it will take you 2 months to complete it. If you read a juz a day, hizb in the morning, hizb in the evening, you will complete the Quran every day. Now, if you cannot even do this, yeah, Sidi Hamza's grandson, Sidi Dr. Munir Hafidullah, he said, look, if you can't read, then read a page a day, but read it every day. It's the consistency. It's, what Sayyidah Aisha Salamun Alayha transmits from the Rasul. Imam Malik has it in the Muwatta, little but consistently. Is beloved by Allah and His Rasul. So a page a day, yeah. If you can, read a page in the morning, a page in the evening. If you can't read even that, then half a page in the morning, half a page in the evening. But it's the consistency that is required. Don't worry about, am I in wudu or not? You know, if it's the sisters, if they are in their period, they don't need to worry. The apps, all of us have smartphones. Just download the app. Yeah, read it. If you, or just get the translation without Arabic in it. Even if you get a translation with Arabic in it, it's fine. You don't need to worry about wudu, but read the translation so you understand. Every day there's this consistency that you are reading, because it boils down to what relationship you have with God, because the Quran will develop that relationship with God. This is the only tangible thing that we have of God, is this record of his word. Yeah. So how I describe it, it's, people describe themselves, it's personal experience as well. It's go and sit, you're sitting at the ocean, you're sitting at the seashore, right at the edge where, the waves come and they overwhelm you, and then they go away and they keep coming back and forth. So, every time you are reading, the Quran is this meaning that is overwhelming you. And that needs, yes, when you read the Arabic, something will happen. But when you read the English, or whatever language you speak, it is something else. You need to understand. You need to let it in. You let the Quran permeate your very being. So, and there's this relationship that begins with you and God. There's Sahabi, he started reciting the Quran, and this cloud started coming towards him, and he stopped reciting. The cloud disappeared. This is in the Sahihain, by the way. And he started again, and it came, and he got frightened because he could see faces in it. And he went to the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, and the Prophet said, "Don't be afraid. That is sakina that descends on you when you recite." And my understanding of it is it's not limited to Arabic. Yeah. So it's this consistency that is required. Yeah. You need to do it daily.